Merry Christmas! Hey, welcome to Diversity in Cinema Academy. I'm Theta Catalan, and this is the place to be if you're an independent filmmaker, video creator, and screenwriter. So I told y'all I had one more tip in my 24 filmmaking tips till Christmas. Well, this is gonna be my 25th. This is gonna be my 25th tip in this series. So you're getting a little bonus. So I thought it would be fitting for me to do the last tip on the final delivery of the film. And since I still need to wrap up this series and wrap up my presents, I thought it would be a nice little finishing touch. So let's get into it. Alrighty, let's start talking about some of these last things that you need to do. So obviously you have made an entire film at this point in the series, right? So now you need to actually get the project delivered to the distributor or aggregator or whoever you're working with, sales agent. You need to get the picture to them. So one of the things that you need to know about final delivery, it can kill the deal if you don't have everything that they're asking for. So one of the biggest things that can kill the deal is if you don't have what is called the chain of title. And the chain of title is what includes those music clearances. They also includes your talent contracts. That's everybody, cast and crew, all of your contracts. You need to have all of that there because that can kill the deal. Location agreements, any agreement that you have with anybody, extras, background talent, all of that, all those agreements needs to be scanned to your computer, put into a digital folder, something like Dropbox, so you can have that all ready for the distributor. So then the next thing that they're going to want, they're going to ask you if you have a poster. And for an independent film, yes, you need to go ahead and knock out your own poster and a thumbnail art. So for years, you only really needed just your poster. But now, since with the rise of streaming, you also need the thumbnail art as well. And then you also need to have still photos for them. And you also need to have a metadata sheet completed. Now, they're going to give you that. But in that metadata sheet, they're going to ask you for a log line. So you need a good log line that helps sell the film to the audience, right? Because that's all they have. When they go to a streaming platform, they have a log line, they have the poster art or that thumbnail art, and the trailer. And from there, that's what they're going to decide if they want to watch your film or not. So you need all of the metadata information, and that includes they're going to need to know information about the director, the producers, the actors. All of that information needs to be completed in that metadata sheet. So another thing that you need to have is obviously the actual film, and they're going to give you the specs, which is the specifications of how that file needs to come to them. And so you just basically follow that sheet on those specs. Another thing that they're going to ask for is your trailer as well. And so that trailer, they're going to give you the same thing. They're going to give you some specs. Also, when you have your poster art done, remember to get the actual .psd file, meaning the Photoshop file, because they may go in and make some changes to it, or if they need to create their own thumbnail art or whatever they're going to do with it, they have to create their own pitch documents when they're going to different film markets and stuff like that. So they may, manipulate the art in some kind of way in order for them to be able to sell it to the buyers or and exhibitors. So that is something that you need to have as well. Another thing that they can ask for is E&O insurance, which is errors and omissions. And sometimes you can get that waived, and other times they're like, no, you still need to have the insurance. And if that's the case, then maybe while you're negotiating with them, you can ask them, can they put that a part of your cost? Meaning you will not get paid your residuals until after that cost is paid off from them. So that is something for you to think about when you're creating your list of deliverables to get your film to the distributor, aggregator, or sales agent or whoever you're working with. Okay, so they would give you this list, but this is just something for you to be thinking about ahead of time so you can be already preparing, because everybody's list is a little different. And plus, if you didn't know that information ahead of time, like making sure that that chain of title, which is so important, which can basically kill the deal. If you didn't know that until after you finish shooting, now you didn't do them contracts correctly, and now you're trying to go back and get this done, and and have everybody sign documents and all that kind of stuff, and now it's slowing stuff down. People start operating on their own time at that, and you be like, come on, I need these documents and all this kind of stuff, and you begging people to hurry up and get this stuff to you, and then you got to get it all scanned and uploaded and all this kind of stuff. It just becomes a whole task. So now that you know, you can go into it well prepared to have all this done by the time you're done with post-production. All of it will be together, and you just ready to hand it on over to whoever gonna be distributing it. All right, and even if it's for yourself, you're just like, well,
I'm self-distributing.
Okay, but you still need to have all that stuff, because the reason why they asking you for all that stuff, especially the chain of title, is because, or the errors and omissions insurance, because if something was to happen and somebody come after them or whatever, they have all of this documentation to back them up. So that's why you, as a professional, self-distributing your own project, gonna have all that documentation to back you up. All right, so that's it for the series, guys. Hey, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe and check out the rest of the videos. I have over 50 videos on my channel. It's a fairly new channel that I started back in April, and so this is how we closing out the year, y'all. So I'm so happy for everyone who has been following me thus far and is along for the ride as we continue to grow and build this channel into the new year. I hope y'all will tune in when I drop my next video. And next year, 2023, y'all, making boss moves. That's the goal, right? So that's what you should be in this next final week of the year, is coming up with your goals to get your filmmaking, video creation, whatever, type of screenwriting, whatever you're doing, getting it off the ground in next year. So start making those goals. Sign up for my newsletter, because I'm always dropping more information there as well, and more tips, and just giving you more insight about the business, everything. So I'll see you in 2023. Hey, thanks for tuning in to my 24 filmmaking tips till Christmas. If you are enjoying this series, be sure to visit Diversity and Cinema Academy's website, where they have a ton of resources there. If you're interested in leveling up your film business, you can check out my online course,